Hello and thanks for joining us. The NBA Cup is underway. This is Game 2, and things will only get more intense from this point forward. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Jaden McDaniels.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection, and it's showing.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. They've got Dennis Schroeder, Domantas Sabonis out there with DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Russell Westbrook, and it's Levine in at the 3 spot. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Randall and Gobert are in the middle, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. Taking a look at the Timberwolves, they won their first group stage game. Nice beginning to their NBA Cup journey.
And these home fans sure hope they can continue their winning ways. The reason is, if you can get to 2-0 in the Cup, you have an incredible chance of advancing.
And then for Sacramento, this is such an important game for them. Losing their first group stage game, they have to win tonight.
Yeah, and it will not be easy. They're on the road, staring down a 0-2 start in the Cup. And that second loss pretty much eliminates you from advancing.
Levine's form is pure. That three-point shot is pretty.
Pass to Edwards. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Now here's Randall. Off the mark there with a 3. Westbrook outside. Back to DeRozan. Over Edwards. And it's DeRozan missing. And here's Minnesota now. It's a 3-point game. They defeated Utah in their last game.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Oh, got that one up quick.
How easy to rise and fire on the catch is it if you're DeMar DeRozan, such a pure, gifted scorer?
And Grant, after last season, a new front office taking over in Sacramento, trying to get them back in the playoffs.
Yeah, and after ending their record-breaking postseason drought in 2023, the last 2 years have seen the Kings again outside the playoffs. They're restless to get back there in the mix.
Here's Levine, following the score by Minnesota. And Gobert with a block.
Boy, you have to be careful if Gobert is in the zip code, folks. This is a great shot blocker.
Over to the left wing. Randall inside. He's covered by Levine. Edwards for 3. Hauled in by the Kings. Their last encounter in Sacramento.
This time around, they're looking for better execution offensively. They have to avoid mistakes.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move, like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Good work there as it goes.
Boy, you love the determination from Julius Randle. This guy has a knack for scoring against good defense.
Sabonis finds DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. No good there, off the double clutch.
Boy, he looks and will take that shot every time, just won't go.
That one goes, count it. Randall's gotten his second bucket.
Boy, I love the confidence Julius Randle has in himself. This guy knows what it takes to score.
DeRozan outside. It's blocked by Gobert. And they're able to recover. That one's good, Sabonis. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. Outside McDaniels. For 3, DiVincenzo. Fades and shoots. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by DiVincenzo.
Wow, when Gobert can step out and hit that mid-range jumper, look out.
All right, Doris, let's talk for a moment about Rudy Gobert's defensive IQ.
Let's begin, B.A., with his communication on that end. It's an undervalued aspect of defensive performance. Then you talk about his ability to be a rim protector, to be able to rotate in defensive help. There is a reason he has won the Defensive Player of the Year as many times as he has.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Eubanks, he's checked in for the Kings. Monk comes in for Schroeder. To the inside, stolen by Reed. Here's Clark. Deflected! And that'll be Minnesota's ball as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves able to keep the possession, and Minnesota making a change here. Pass to Reed. Inside, here's Shannon. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. Monk looking around. Back to Westbrook. And Westbrook draws the double. The three from DeRozan. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. They trail by 3. Pass to Shannon. Reed a screen on Monk. Here's Shannon into the lane. And he goes in for the dunk.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Now here's Levine, a guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game. And here's Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. And the Kings with another 3.
Well, this is Levine's mindset. He is ready to shoot as soon as that ball touches his hand.
Outside Conley. Launches it, and Shannon gets it to go. Shannon's got 7 points. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Sacramento on top. They lead by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Man, this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Kings.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Randall at power forward with Reed at center. Then there's Mike Conley, and it's Shannon in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now here's Carter. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Here's Conley. Pass to Shannon. Randall against Saric. Randall can't hit. Sacramento leading by 3. Ellis left side. Outside Monk. He takes it in. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Pass to Shannon. Right wing. Here's Randall. Money from 17 feet out. 6 points for him.
Well, the effectiveness of Julius Randle, wherever he is on the floor, the mid-range, one of those tools in the toolbox.
And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And Minnesota with some changes. Edwards, he's checked in for Clark, and Dillingham subbed in for Shannon. Sacramento also making some changes. DeMar DeRozan's checked in for Saric, and it's Dennis Schroeder in for Carter. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Rebound by Sacramento.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected. unexpected and great timing on the contest.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. The Timberwolves coach, Chris Finch, said, "We're a team based on movement, cutting, and fluidity. That burden also falls on Anthony Edwards to move and accommodate his teammates. For his part, Hansen is focuses being what the team needs me to be, a leader by example, and showing them that I'm coachable." Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Doris, something everybody likes about Naz Reid is his energy. It's infectious.
This is why the fans love him. And what I admire most about Naz, yes, he's been effective off the bench. He's been able to fit into any lineup. Every year the coaching staff comes in and says, I'm not sure where he fits, and Naz finds a way to carve out a role. Big jelly in the house.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Rudy Gobert comes in for Reed, and Jaden McDaniels subbed in for Dillingham. Here's Edwards. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Boy, whether he's in isolation or operating in pick and roll, we know Anthony Edwards is so dynamic with the ball in his hands.
DeRozan passes to Sabonis. Yes, great play by DeRozan to set him up. And that's now 6 points for Domantas Sabonis.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And they call an illegal screen here. And a look now at Minnesota's upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Monday, they'll take on Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks.
And looking at the Wizards matchup, anything can happen in the NBA, but they'll be a heavy favorite, and it would take a total meltdown for them to lose.
And Minnesota making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. And the Kings also making a change. Levine, he's checked in for Ellis. And Grant, the son of Hall of Famer Arvydas Sabonis. How much do you think Domas modeled his game after his dad?
Well, B.A., I've played against his dad. Arvydas was 5 inches taller, but the elite skill set shared in common. No doubt, Domas took a lot of pointers from his father.
Domantas Sabonis may be one of the most underrated players in the NBA. He conducts his business quietly, but boy, is he a force.
And Gobert with the stuff.
And you lay that pass out there just like a great quarterback. Let your teammate run to it.
Schroeder passes to Sabonis. Sacramento passing it around. Again, the miss by the Kings. Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside, DiVincenzo. Schroeder against Randall. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Eubanks, he's checked in for Domantas Sabonis. Something fun about this NBA Cup tournament are the nights where we only have Cup games. It's a playoffs-like atmosphere.
Yeah, especially with the way these NBA Cup games affect everybody's standings within the tournament. Every game becomes important, and it just makes it that much more exciting to watch.
And stolen by Gobert. They're running. Here's McDaniels for 3. DiVincenzo. And he slams it in one-handed.
Well, making it look very easy. Right at the rim, McDaniels the finish.
And timeout called by Doug Christie. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. And now's a good time to look at the league leaders in field goal shooting. The real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Second is Rudy Gobert.
He's been fantastic scoring the ball, shooting it at a high clip.
.143 left in the first half. Pass to Levine. Now here's Monk, guarded by Edwards. Here's DeRozan to halt the run. Drains the triple. DeRozan's got 9.
DeRozan, a selective three-point shooter, but boy, nice shot there.
And Doris, the Wolves, the 6th seed last season. But by point differential, they were the second best team in the West.
It didn't start out smoothly for an organization that made major changes. The massive difference in personnel with Julius and Dante changed how they were structured. But boy, with a young superstar in Anthony Edwards, they figured it out, and I think they're well-positioned moving forward.
And it's the Kings with the ball, following the three-pointer by Minnesota. 6 to shoot. Eubanks, the pass to DeRozan. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon. And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
To the middle. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Just wow. A monster flush from the big man.
And it's Edwards with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Releases from 15, and he can't bank that one in. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're in a close game. And let's do something we never, ever, ever do, and that's go off topic.
What topic?
So we don't have a topic, Shaq?
Isn't that a topic? Being off topic?
Well, that was... And moving on to the Timberwolves now, they're in the midst of a close game.
Limiting turnovers has helped. Give their ball handlers props. They've been smart with the decision making.
They're certainly running the offense well. You know the coaching staff loves to see this. Thanks as always for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
In that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. One of the stories here, Julius Randle, he is getting it done today.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
The Timberwolves shooting the rock at 58%. And so in the game for the Kings, Russell Westbrook out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Sabonis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Gobert with the stuff.
If he's operating in pick and roll, because Rudy Gobert is such a big target, hard to guard him.
And offensive rebounding, one of Rudy Gobert's specialties, Grant.
Yeah, in some games, over half his points come from second chance opportunities. And you know, B.A., even when you block him out, he can reach right over you and get that board.
Randle, pass to DiVincenzo. Pass to McDaniels. Shoots over LaVine. And there's McDaniels. That one's good on the assist from Randle. And that's now 6 points now in the game for Jaden McDaniels. Westbrook outside. Now here's Sabonis. Here's Schroeder. Fires the three. Hits a three-pointer.
Well, you can see Schroeder willing to take more and more threes. If you're going to stay in the league, you've got to make them.
Randle outside. Back to DiVincenzo. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Edwards against Westbrook. Inside! Edwards lays it in.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
DeRozan outside. Pass to LaVine. Sabonis with a screen on McDaniels. Now Schroeder. DiVincenzo covering. Picked by Sabonis. And here's Schroeder outside. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Randle's got 4 rebounds now. For 3, DiVincenzo hits the trifecta. Now it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
And so now a timeout called by Doug Christie. He's going to talk it over with his guys. All right, Doris, when you're talking about the type of player who comes off the bench, what kind of player do you like best in that six-man role?
I mean, for me personally, I love guys who can keep pressure on the defense with their scoring ability. Somebody who can shoot with range or put it on the deck, because then your offense doesn't take a step back.
Now let's see which squads have been making a real impact with their shot blocking. The real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Fifth best, Minnesota.
They're quick to help each other, and they have some tremendous athletes with a nose for the ball.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Pass to Schroeder. Now Westbrook. Now DeRozan. Clock at 6. Over Randall. Sacramento again missing.
Gosh, it feels like he's pressing a little bit, and obviously playing from behind doesn't help.
Now DiVincenzo. Gobert finds Edwards. Here's Randall, covered by Schroeder. Takes a 13-footer. Randall can't hit.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. Well, the son of Hall of Fame big man Arvydas Sabonis, DeMontis said he was a 7-footer that could do everything, like a point guard. He's at a whole different level. I'm just another basketball player. He is a legend. But his father said DeMontis is a warrior like me, and I'm very proud. Guys?
Great stuff. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. And that one's good. And now it's an 8-point Minnesota lead.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Now here's Levine. 6 points for him. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And here's Schroeder outside. Sacramento again missing. And here's Minnesota now. They're on an 11-3 run. And after some uncertainty, the Timberwolves moving forward under new governorship, Doris.
Boy, B.A., that sale process was long and obviously at times quite contentious. I believe the organization has to be thrilled that that is finally in the past, because what you want to do is focus on trying to continue the Wolves' recent run of success. There's a lot to be excited about with this young group.
Here's Levine. Following the three-pointer by Minnesota.
Well, so intelligent at recognizing where to roll to open space. DeMontis Sabonis very crafty.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Sacramento. Saric checks in for DeMar DeRozan. Ellis comes in for Russell Westbrook. And Malik Monk subbed in for Schroeder. The kick out to Conley. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Saric. Kings trail by 9. Outside Monk. Pass to Levine. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Shannon, and out of bounds. Sacramento will have it. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Miller's checked in. And the Kings also making a change. Carter, he's checked in for Levine. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Sabonis outside. Pass to Monk. There's the 3. Miller pulls it in. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 14-5 run. There's 18 seconds left in the third. Reed sets a screen. Jacks up a 3. Miller can't get it to go. Pass to Ellis, and stolen by Clark. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter, and it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. We'll be back in a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Randall at power forward with Reed at center. Then there's Mike Conley, and it's Clark in at the small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Excellent possession by this basketball team. Set DeMar for an easy opportunity inside.
Randall deciding where to go with it. Just 5 to shoot. Reed sets a screen. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Shannon's shot is off. Kings trail by 7. It's Monk on the wing. Pass to DeRozan. Eubanks the screen. Randall against DeRozan. Ellis passes to Eubanks. Shoots over Reed. The shot by Eubanks, no good. Minnesota leading by 7. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Conley finds Clark. Back to Conley. Now Reed. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Pass to Shannon. 4-3. Not going to go that time. Sacramento has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. DeRozan passes to Schroeder. DeRozan against Conley. Out to Schroeder. The 3 is up. He drops it from range.
Well, you have to at least honor the long ball from Dennis Schroeder. He is more than capable from that distance.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Anthony Edwards is checked in for the Timberwolves. Dillingham comes in for Shannon. Sacramento also making some changes. Saric comes in for Eubanks. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Ellis. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
I mean, they played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
And they've also been successful running their offense through the post. They're making the defense respect that interior threat. You know, they would have liked to have gotten the ball, but he did make it a 2-possession game.
Here's DeRozan. DeMar working the lane.
It has been years and years of productivity for DeMar DeRozan on the offensive end. This guy is just so crafted.
It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Conley. Stolen by Schroeder. Pass to Westbrook. Here's Saric. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
There is a heart and passion that Saric brings to the game every night. Good job initiating contact.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Kings.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
Schroeder, he's checked in for the Kings. Randall against DeRozan. Down low. And there's McDaniels. That one's good on the assist from Randall. Randall's got his 3rd assist of the night. Westbrook with a screen on DiVincenzo. Schroeder passes to Sabonis. Outside DeRozan. Now Levine to take the lead. Cleared away by Edwards.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Randall. Fires the 3. Edwards connects from outside.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Levine outside. Outside DeRozan. Puts up the tray. Money from 3.
This guy has earned a reputation for handling pressure and making clutch shots.
Here's Randall. Now DiVincenzo. Wasting no time. They answer with a three.
There is real trust in Dante DiVincenzo in these moments, and he shows you why.
And Doug Christie has called a timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Randall against DeRozan. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
Oh, my goodness. You could tell DeMar DeRozan demanded the basketball. He wanted the chance to be the deciding factor.
Edwards muscles it inside. Wow.
Oh, Anthony Edwards loves these moments, and boy, does he deliver.
DeRozan against Randall. And stolen by Edwards.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6.
Anthony Edwards is a 3-level scorer. He can beat you in a lot of ways, and he's extremely confident when the game is hanging in the balance. Well, just terrific job knocking these down in a big spot.
Here's Sabonis. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Big-time delivery from Domantas Sabonis. Okay.
Outside Edwards. Westbrook rips down the board.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
DeMar DeRozan does a little of everything, folks. He's known as a scorer, but make no mistake, this guy can pass it and he can board it. Well, this is the exact guy you would pick to take that shot. Beautifully done.
With the step back. Edwards against Westbrook. It's off. And Sacramento has possession. McDaniels with a steal. Edwards against Westbrook. Yes, sir!
We know this about Anthony Edwards. He is fearless in these moments. That's a big-time clutch delivery.
Spins. Now Sabonis. Oh, the slam! Off a fantastic lead pass. What a play!
No fear, under duress, big-time moment, and Domantas Sabonis delivers.
And Sabonis, no good on that one. And so they foul intentionally.
At the line for Minnesota, Julius Randle, taking 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
Now a timeout by Sacramento. They trail by 5. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
They're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
Here's Westbrook. Outside DeRozan. Shoots a 3. Oh, it's off! And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
At the line for Minnesota, Julius.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Knocks down the trifecta.
Well, these are the plays he's looking to make every single trip up the floor. Very offensive-minded guy.
So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. And with tonight's win, they're now 2-0 in the NBA Cup.
Yeah, just a fantastic start to the group stage. They're in the driver's seat in this group. A strong finish, and they'll advance.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Dante, you won state titles in high school, 2 national titles at Villanova, and now a growing role in the NBA. What has been the secret to your success?
It's my ability to adapt. Different teams, different dynamics of different teams, and just my ability to adapt to that team and fit.
Sky's the limit, guys.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.